Ahmed Abdelalim is displaced in his own country. Ahmed and his wife and 4 children were among those forcibly removed from their homes in Ghouta, east of Damascus, a few weeks ago. Now they live in a tiny apartment in a derelict building in Idlib.
When we came here, we had no clothes. There was no glass on the windows and we had to cover them with cardboard. We all slept on the concrete.
One of his daughters, Ragad, is extremely ill. She has a severe infection in her stomach as a result of a failed operation. Ghouta, where they used to live, was under government siege for many months. Not even medicine was allowed in. Ragad was infected at the clinic there because they didn't have the proper sanitary equipment. All of this means it's hard for the Abdelalim family to think about Ramadan. What used to be a month of joy is no more. It is Ahmed and his children who are now in need of charity. Abu FIRAS is in a similar condition. His family of 8 all crammed together in this one room. They fled to Idlib from Al-Wa'ir in Homs. We asked him what his Ramadan wish was.
All they need is to get rid of one man, and all this suffering will stop.
This is the 7th Ramadan since the Syrian uprising began, and Bashar al-Assad is still in power. And although the opposition still controls areas like Idlib, they've lost much of their territory in the past year. The recent deal signed between Russia, Turkey and Iran in Astana was hailed by some for establishing de-escalation zones. Idlib was one of those zones, which means that there haven't been any Russian or government airstrikes here for a couple of weeks now. That's been good for local businesses and shopkeepers like MOHAMMED GEBARAH.
Business is good. The streets are busier. Now that there are no airstrikes, I can tell you that things are 90% better than they were before.
The halt and airstrikes hasn't only brought people out onto the streets here, it's also given them the freedom to express themselves once again. So these young men are welcoming Ramadan as they have since 2011, with calls for freedom and an end to tyranny. Jamal, Elshayyal, Al Jazeera.